Hey there, everyone. My name's Justin.
It's Amir.
And welcome to the Miss My Ex podcast review edition. I'm trying to come up with new additions every time to see what works. So we have a very exciting review for you guys today. Amir has recently finished. I finished as soon as it came out. It took me 3 days.
Ooh,
but
awesome.
Amir finished House of Cards Season 4.
Yeah.
Kevin Spacey's brainchild is a beautiful, my favorite thing in the world. I'm so excited to talk about it. So, what did you think?
Powerful, extremely powerful.
Yeah.
I especially, I've always loved Kevin Spacey's performance as well as Robin Wright.
Mm-hmm.
But there's one performance in the kitchen when he was talking about his friend who kept, trying to run away from his own home and trying to stay at Kevin Spacey's Frank Underwood's character.
Yeah.
And that monologue was amazing.
I thought this really brought us back to the power that I felt in Season 1 and Season 2. Season 3 didn't do it for me.
Okay.
I thought Season 3 was lacking, but I thought this was a unbelievably good season. My favorite episode had to have been the convention.
Okay.
When they're trying to backdoor to get Miss Underwood into the vice presidency, but they don't want what's her name, the old lady. I can't remember her name.
Yeah.
Her where she's. She doesn't. They don't want her to know.
Yes.
And also happening in the background of all of this is the meeting between Underwood and the senator for the Republicans, where they're going to talk about what they can do about this terrorist situation.
Correct. Yeah.
So, and then them going to the meeting and talking nothing strategy at all, and just seeing the back end of the behind the scenes action. I thought it was just unbelievable.
That happens in real life.
I really believe it now. Seeing it on, I really thought that does happen.
Yeah, because the U.S. faltered their strategy for when it comes to ISIS. I forgot what they were called.
I don't remember what they were called actually. I watched it quite a while ago because I had to see it all right away.
Yeah.
So I was hoping your recent memory of it could.
No, I'm terrible for memories.
Yeah. So one thing I really enjoyed about this one was they really brought the reporter angle to a finale because we've been waiting for this to happen for them to get caught in a way that they can't get out of it.
That's right.
So when they were caught, were you surprised that it happened so quickly?
Yes, I was, yeah.
What did you think? How did you think about that character, the reporter, going about his business and just everything seemed to work out for him?
You know what? It's a very tough, situation. Of course, when this particular episode came out, Panama Papers just came out recently.
Yeah.
So that is, art imitating, life imitating art very, very well. It's very interesting because I think, my opinion, higher power is not gonna, let this go at all.
The one thing I thought that they did a really good job with was showing us that this wasn't a situation that Underwood could get out of. He couldn't kill his way out of it. He couldn't manipulate his way out of it because it was a whole newspaper, team that had all this information.
Yeah.
So when he came to the White House to talk to Underwood to say, "Listen, we've got you. I'm just letting you know we've got you."
Yes.
You could see the fear and the desperation in Kevin Spacey's eyes and in his actions.
Which never happens.
It never happens. He's always in control. And when he's not in control, he finds a way to get in control. But in this situation, there was no control to be had. He was beat.
That's right.
And then the writers did something that I didn't see coming, and maybe I'm just an idiot and didn't see it coming. And this is massive spoilers, guys, but when they are caught, to come up with the strategy of, well, I guess America's going to war, that was just such a brilliant way to get the heat off of them while still being in power. And that what unites a country more than
being in war? Yeah.
Absolutely.
So you often wonder if that's exactly what happened.
I think that was I would think that was a metaphor. If that wasn't a metaphor for what's happened in our world, then the writers are even stronger at their job than I thought because they just came up with it on their own.
No,
100%.
Because we're gonna be a little bit political here. Think about Iraq.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there was no
weapons of mass destruction.
No weapons of mass destruction.
I mean, it's
the amount of oil that they produce out of Iraq is astronomical.
At the end of the day, House of Cards does something that I think a lot of shows could take notes from, and that's take real world type of situations and make it over dramatic, obviously, but do a really good job of keeping me compelled in the characters as opposed to the situation.
Correct.
I care more about what Frank Underwood is doing than I care about what the president is doing. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah.
So that's something.
That's very powerful.
And the acting in the show is just unbelievable.
Phenomenal.
I mean, who
do you think did a better job?
I'm always going to be a Frank Underwood fan because of his opening monologue in the first scene of the first episode where he kills the dog.
Ooh.
And he talks about how pain is... I can't remember the exact monologue, but he talks about how pain is a useless thing, and he just...
Yes.
It's one of those things where you...
I can't handle the unnecessary pain or something.
Yeah,
like that.
it's just... And the one other thing I think he does a really good job of is he makes me believe that the public could like this person.
Yes.
And that's really scary.
Very, very scary.
It's like the Breaking Bad effect. You start to root for the villain. Like, when they were getting caught in the end of season 4, I was like, shit, they're getting caught.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't want to see that.
That's right, so
I definitely have to go with...
You know what? You know what's very funny? The first few episodes of this season, I was like enthralled, and they threw a loop when this is another spoiler. When he got shot.
Yeah.
And because you were determined to hate him, determined.
He was on a warpath, and you weren't on his side.
You weren't on his side, and then that just switched, and I did not see it coming. For somebody that's
the mother angle with Robin Wright's character, Claire Underwood, that was really strong as well, because it definitely showed us a side of her humanity, but then at the same time, she still cared more about winning than she did about her own family, and that's like this group, this couple are the most
worst messed up people.
Manipulating, just the worst people in the world, and I'm rooting for them.
I know.
Does that make you feel awful?
You know, makes me feel awful as well too, because they're married, and yet Kevin, Frank Underwood has zero affection.
Oh no, he does
zero.
He shows it every now and then, but then at the same time he'll have those flashbacks or those thoughts of wanting to murder her.
Yes.
And it's just
zero affection. And she's had 2-3 affairs by now.
No, I mean, see, he has 2. Let's not kid ourselves. They don't really mess around with that, so they don't care.
And they also had that threesome back in season 2.
Yeah, that was messed up. That definitely threw me for a loop.
Yes.
I might have rewound that 1 or 2 more times just to make sure it happened.
But it's very interesting though, because on season 4, the character that they had a threesome with, they were bonded.
Yeah, he's the one who I liked him too, Meacham.
Yes, Mitchum,
anyways, I definitely give this season at least a 4.5 out of 5 or 9 out of 10, whatever you want to multiple it up to. So I loved House of Cards season 4. You guys should check it out. What's your rating?
Yeah, I'm a big supporter. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. You heard it here first.
I'm optimistic,
He loves his House of Cards. So this has been our House of Cards review, guys. If you have any sort of review, comments, anything you want us to talk about, maybe we didn't, anything for future reviews, let us know. You can reach us at the Miss My Ex Podcast Facebook page. You can reach us at missmyexpodcast@gmail.com. And you can listen to us on iTunes. On your Android, we're on Stitcher, we're on PodHub. There's just so many different places on podcasts that you can hear us. Just any sort of things you want us to talk about, message us, let us know. We'd be loving your opinions.
Awesome. Have a good night.
Thanks, guys.